everyone, this is Amanda Ray coming to you with a quick video, and today what we're going to discuss is 10 tips on how you can stay organized working from home. And the reason why I want to go over this is because organization is very important when it comes to your business, making sure that you are on track and that you are doing the things that you need to do in order to be successful is one of the main key ingredients to having a successful home-based business. So today what I'm going to do is again touch on the 10 work from home tips. And I am going to be looking down at my notes, so please excuse me if you see me looking down. I'm just making sure that I stay on task, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about is a planner. And that's one of the things that I've been doing for years now, is making sure that I have a planner that basically allows me to stay on track. And I purchased this Legend planner from Amazon. And you can get one of these for a very low price. It's about $27. And what I love about this is it has a strap where you can keep your pen, and not only that, inside of this planner is just absolutely phenomenal. What they have in here is a notes to do. They have the different dates that you can put in, but not only that, what they also have that a lot of planners don't have is the most important goals that you want to reach for the month. So there's 4 boxes down here where you can actually list the goals that you want to reach for the month, and then it also has things I will do to make this month great. And it has the health and fitness section, fun, recreation and hobbies, families and friends, romance and relationships, personal development, and spiritual. So a lot of planners don't really get into all of the things that we need in our daily life to stay on task. It really just is geared towards business. But this planner actually goes into everything else other than business. Because let's face it, when you have a full day, it's not just about business. It's about business, but also the other things that you need to do throughout the day, which is, again, spiritual, hobbies, working out, and things like that. So another thing that they have here is a place to keep your ideas and your notes and reflect on the month. So what you can do is at the end of the month, discuss how did you feel about your progress for the month, the 3 most important lessons that you learned during the month, which life areas were lacking this month and why. You can put that information down, and then what are the 3 things I can improve on for next month, which are the major action steps I can take to work towards these improvements. So again, this is the Legend Planner. It goes out for an entire year, and there's a lot of different categories that you can focus on that you would not really focus on if you had a regular planner. So again, if you want to take a look, they have them in, I think, 3 different colors. And again, this is called the Legend Planner, and it has this little strap just to keep it closed. And I use this just about daily to make sure that I keep up with the things that I need to do, the goals that I want to achieve. And not only that, it helps me to stay focused. So that's the first thing that you want to do, is you want to make sure that you grab yourself a planner, put some additional money to the side just to have one. You would love it, especially if you're a writer and you like to put your thoughts down on paper. This is a perfect way to do so. So the next thing we're going to talk about is a calendar. And I know that this has a calendar, but the reason why we're going to talk about a different type of calendar is because you want to have a desk calendar or wall calendar. And again, you can get these for cheap through Amazon. You can go to your Walmart or most like a Target, and you can get a wall calendar or a desk calendar. And the reason why I like these types of calendars is because you can actually visually see it without having to open up a planner. So you can put it on your desk, or you can put one on your wall. And not only that, every month you can get it where you can actually erase it for the following month, and you can actually visually see on a daily basis the things that you need to do to keep you focused. What I notice is when I have something on my wall, every time I walk in my office and I'm sitting at my desk, I can glance over and see what it is that I need to do for the day. And that also helps you to stay focused, stay consistent. And then the one that's on your wall, you don't have to be as broad about the things that you want to do. It could just be certain topics or subjects that you want to do, and you can have that on your wall calendar. So again, a wall calendar is probably about $10 to $15, or you can get a desk calendar for $10 to $15, and that's going to keep you organized. It's going to keep you on track. If you can't afford both, the Legend Planner and the wall or desk calendar, you can get one to start. And as you start to grow within your business, you have more income coming in, you can purchase both. But again, these both came from Amazon. I use Amazon just about for everything, but it is really a good habit into taking down notes, writing down your goals, staying focused, staying on task. And this is something that I definitely like to do. The other thing that I have that is really important, number 3, is a filing system. So you're going to start when you get into business and you're actually doing things around the house, and even not with your personal business, just with life, period, you want to be organized. And the best way to do it is by getting a file cabinet where you can keep different files of the things that's going on. As an example, maybe you want to have one file that's just for all of your bills that are due now, bills that are paid. Maybe you need to keep information for your children. Now, a lot of us are doing homeschooling. You can keep your children's files in there as well for their homeschooling. Maybe doctor's appointments or doctor records or things for your business. If you have things that you need to print out for your business or information that you want to discuss, you can keep these all in a file. And I have a file cabinet, one that I keep for personal and one that I keep for business. And I love to use it because it keeps me on track. Not only that, it keeps me from getting cluttered, having too much clutter. I remember I used to have papers here on my desk and papers on this desk and papers over here in a corner. And when you see all of that stuff, when you walk into your office, it kind of makes you feel overwhelmed and it's hard to focus and concentrate, okay? So what I highly suggest is getting a filing cabinet system. You can get, again, this from Amazon, and get you some little filing folders, okay? Label them. And even if you start off with 10, just think of the 10 most important things that you deal with on a regular basis, or go around your office or your room and grab all of the papers, and then you can start breaking it down category by category based off of the papers that you currently have. Like, again, bills, past due, paid, bank statements, receipts, okay, information that you have for your children. These are just some examples, but you definitely want to have some type of filing cabinet, filing system, so that you can stay organized. The 4th thing is try to refresh your office once a week. When I speak of that, I'm just talking about staying on top of things. So, when you're in your office and you're working, or you're in your space where you do your work, you can tend to get a little cluttered, and that can be anything. Pens, papers, books, things for your children. Once a week, you should come in and definitely refresh your office. Put everything where it goes, clean your office, wipe down your desk, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is that you're working with. Make sure to dust around your office. And then if you want to, you can even rearrange your office. I noticed that when I was in my office a lot and I had my desk right up against the wall, it felt like I couldn't really think. I couldn't really get my thoughts together. I couldn't really gather information the way that I wanted. So what I did was I rearranged my office, and by me rearranging my office, I felt like I could get more done. And not only that, it felt better. It like opened up the space, So I noticed that I'm not the type of person that work well looking at the wall, my desk being directly up against the wall. Sometimes you may want to go into your office and just change out your curtains in your window. Maybe the color, okay? Certain little things like this really do help. I know it may sound like, oh, that's a little bit too much, but it really helps, okay? Maybe you need more light in your office. Maybe it's not bright enough, okay? So things like that can help you. And if you are going into your office every week and you're refreshing your office, you'll start to think of some things that you can do different that'll make you more comfortable in your space. And not only that, you'll be more productive, okay? So that's one of the things that I've done recently. When I came back from vacation, I rearranged everything, and I love the flow of my office now, and I don't feel cluttered. My office is not that big, so I wanted to make the most of the space that I had. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and it helped me to be more productive. Another thing is to try to be systematic. So what I mean by that is basically have a system in place of things that you do consistently to better yourself in your business. It is about consistency with business. Everybody that's been in business 5 years or more, or have had made a lot of money within business, they'll all tell you that they had a system in place. And that's really important, making sure that everything is written down and that on Mondays you do this, Tuesdays this, Wednesdays this, Thursdays and Fridays you do this. If you have a system in place where you're doing the same thing week after week, you will start to see results faster. But if you're kind of all over the place and one week you're doing this and the next week you're doing something different and it's not in a system, you'll notice that you'll fall behind on the things that are most important. Just start to list all of the things that are really important that you need to do, and then have certain days and times that you focus on just mainly that thing, whatever that thing may be, okay? So for myself, for workers, I know on certain Fridays, I have to do certain days of the week, I have to do payroll. That's really important. I have that. That's a part of a system that I use. There's certain days where I have to insert certain data into the system that I have on my laptop. I have certain days that I do that, and I know every day on that month that has to be done. And that just allows me to stay on task and to be more organized, okay? So try to have a system in place so that you know what you need to do every day of the week so that your business continues to flourish and grow. Another thing that you want to do is that I really love because I'm a color person, is to color coordinate tasks. I have a calendar on my phone, and there's certain things that I have to do. I know what it is based off of the color. What I tell people is, if you have a lot, like say you have 10 things you have to do in a day, and you have that and it's not really color coordinated, sometimes that everything looks the same, so it can be overwhelming. And then not only that, when it's in a system and you color coordinate certain things, it helps you to become more productive. Now, if you're not a color person, maybe you're a person that likes to use symbols, okay? Again, this is something that I use to stay organized and to stay on task. It may not be for you, but definitely you want to give it a try and see if it works. So there's certain trainings that I have. I have all of my trainings green. There's certain meetings that I have those in blue. There's certain things that I have to do that's regarding money. I have those in red. And then yellow is like certain tasks that I could kind of push to the side if I need to, or move it to another date if I don't have the time to do so. So I love to stay color coordinated, and it's just one of those things that make it kind of, for me, it's kind of fun. Not only that, I'm a big colors person. I love colors, and I love to color. I love to draw. I love art. So that really helps me. Maybe it's not for you, but you definitely may want to give it a try and see if it's something that helps you to not only that get organized, but to stay on task. Another thing that's really important is to make a list. And again, this goes with your planner, and not only that, being systematic, you want to make a list. So what I do is, like, on the weekends, I make a list for what I want to do for the week. Okay, and I try to stick to that list as much as possible. I put that list in my planner, and Monday I have a certain amount of things that I need to do, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so forth. So you want to make sure that you have everything written down, whether it's in your planner or maybe it's on your computer. But you want to make sure you take the time to have a list. A list is going to help you to stay on track. And you can also have it where if it's in your phone, when you complete the list, you can cross it off. Even if it's a hard copy, when something gets completed for the day that is geared towards your business, you can just mark it off and then move on to the next task. Get into the habit of writing or typing everything down. And if you can, you want to do it for the week. Okay, I do everything week by week. And that's going to help you to stay focused. Not only that, it's going to help you to get things done. You're going to feel more accomplished at the end of the day by doing so. Number 8 is no housework during work hours. So that's one of the things when you're working from home. It's so hard to mingle. It's so easy to mingle the two, and that makes it hard to stay focused. So I always say to people that I speak to that are starting a business, that starting entrepreneurship, is that you want to make sure you don't miss the two. You should not be trying to cook and work on your business. Do laundry, work on your business, doing all of this stuff at the same time. You want to really focus in on the task at hand. So if that's working on your business, whether you're building your website, you're doing traffic, maybe you're looking for a logo for your business, maybe you are buying something for your business, you want to just focus on that and that only. You don't want to be on social media looking through stuff and talking to friends and family while you're trying to work. One thing at a time. And it's so important, if you're going to map out 2 hours in the day or 4 hours in a day for business, those 4 hours should be dedicated to just business. If you want to maybe grab a quick bite, make sure you put that time down in between hours if you need to. So as an example, if you're working 12 to 4, okay, maybe you take lunch at 2. From 2 to 2:30, that's your lunch. It should not be during your work hours. You should just be eating lunch, and then you go back to work. And this is one of the things that is hard to kind of do in the beginning, but as you really practice it, it will become easy to do. But you want to just stay on task, work, and then try not to have any interruptions. Let your family know, your children, your husband, your wife, that when you're working, you really need to focus on working and you can't focus on anything else at that time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have 24 hours in a day, and if you want to take 2 to 4 hours to put into your business, which is going to ultimately help your family, they should understand and respect those boundaries. So you want to make sure that you really focus on just work and making sure that you're productive and you're being proactive and that you're doing the things that you need to do to grow your business. Number 9 is start with a clear desk. Like right now I'm looking at my desk and it's a little messy, but I'm not actually working at my desk. But what I try to do is take everything off my desk before I start work. And that includes any papers, bills, tissues, pens, markers, whatever it may be. You want to clear your desk. A clear desk is a clear mind. It'll help you to, again, be more productive. It's great. It's like when you go into your room and your room is a mess, but you got to go to bed and you just laying in the bed and you're looking at a mess. It feels better to get into the bed and the room is clear. It makes you more comfortable and you'll have an open mind when you go into your space if it's clean and clear and it's not cluttered. Always start out with a clear desk, even if you have to put everything to the side, maybe in a file cabinet or kind of hide it, put it in a bag, a box, whatever you need to do. Try to clear your desk. A clear desk is a clear mind. It's a great way to actually start the day. Not only that, you can just really focus on what it is that you're doing at that particular moment and not really focus on everything else that's around your desk. So try as much as possible to start your day when you're sitting down at your computer. Make sure that your space, your workspace is clear. You don't have a lot of clutter. And then last but not least is to focus on one task at a time. So that's the thing, finish one thing out before you start another. Try not to work on 2 or 3 tasks at one time. One thing at a time, whether you're working on, let's say your website, you're gonna do that for an hour, just really focus on the website for an hour. Don't work on the website and you're trying to work on the logo and you're trying to work on the traffic and you're meeting with this person. One thing at a time. If you have to have a meeting, allot that 1 hour or half an hour for just that meeting, one thing at a time. A lot of people say, well, I'm really good at multitasking, but it's when you do that, you're not going to be as productive on that one thing that you really need to focus on if you're trying to do 2 things at one time. When you are working on one task, just focus on that one task and then move on to something else. It's nothing wrong with multitasking, but for your business, especially when you're just getting started and you're learning something new, you want to really be focused on just that one thing at that moment, okay? So again, guys, sorry, a phone call is coming in, but these are the things that you want to work on to grow your business. I'm sorry about this. And I hope that this information that I'm bringing you is useful. Again, I will be bringing more information about work from home, just opportunities, but not only that, how to get started so that you can be in business for yourself and have the financial freedom that you're looking for. I hope that this information has inspired and helped someone. I will be back to you another day with another video. So stay inspired and stay blessed. Have a great day.